Hello YouTube. This is a response to two YouTubers that I came across on you James's video for Beach Grove Joe. It's their right to choose when they are 16. This is specifically a response to first Ufster or Ufster. I don't know how you say that. Ufster81. Link to his channel will be in the low bar. And Beach Grove Joe himself. He was the other person I conversed with, the other gentleman. Alright, there's a reason I haven't talked about circumcision. One, I'd like to get this out of the way because I'm going to lose subscribers over this anyway. If you are a male who says, well, I don't remember being circumcised, so it's okay, and you have looked at both of the issues, and you can't grasp the simple fact that you cannot amputate a part of someone's body because you like the way it looks better. Just like if I become a parent, I can't give my child, say, a nose job. Unsubscribe to me. I don't want to know you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to have anything to do with you. Freedom O Speech. It'll be in the low bar. If you watch all his videos on circumcision and you still agree with circumcision, then I don't want to have anything to do with you. I don't even want to know you. Two, I noticed this. Most men I talk to on YouTube don't support FGM, female genital mutilation. Most women don't support FGM, female genital mutilation. Most men don't support MGM, male genital mutilation. But for some reason, a surprisingly large amount of women okay, I'm gonna have to give them a pass for one reason. A lot of them are mothers who did circumcise their children. Now, I understand that the thought that you might have done something wrong, I'm not even a parent, and the thought of that makes me feel nauseous. Imagining that what I did to my baby boy might be just as bad as removing the clitoral hood from a baby girl. I give you a complete pass. I understand, and I just hope one day you see that you're wrong, and that what you're doing is based on emotion right now. And if you are one of those parents who have realized that to circumcise your baby boy was wrong, all the other reasons aside, just because it's unethical, you're doing an elective, essentially cosmetic surgery against the child's will, and many times without anesthetic. It is unethical. You are causing harm where you don't need to. You are taking away their right, just as removing the mammary glands from a female because you want to avoid letting her get breast cancer is unethical. If you realize that and you're a parent who has circumcised your child, you're a hero to be able to admit that you were deceived and that you made the wrong decision. But if you're a female who has looked at the evidence and you basically seem to not give a fuck, it's almost like some sort of revenge thing where, or you just brush it aside. It's like, well, the female has the whole clitoris removed. Well, no, most female circumcision doesn't. It's removal of the clitoral hood. And that's not even the most common. The most common are less extreme than that. But if you still support it, unsubscribe from me. I don't want to know you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to see you. Go to Freedom O Speech's channel. Watch his videos, as well as there are links in the low bar. If you watch his videos and you want to talk, then by all means, but understand that my argument is based entirely on the same arguments as to why it's wrong to circumcise baby girls, because it is unethical. In fact, morphologically, they've defined smegma as a combination of fluids and semen. That was a change in the definition. if you actually look up the older studies, they considered the buildup in a female's genitals to also be smegma. I'm going by that definition. Both males and females have smegma. Well, they should if they're intact. I'm not intact. I was circumcised against my will. I was a baby, and they took a piece of my body away from me that they had no right to take. I don't blame my parents. I don't want to get into who I blame. It's not their fault. They simply didn't know any better. I base it on the same principle. Oh, smegma. Both have smegma. So if you're going to say it's harder to clean a little boy's genitals, well, then I would say it's probably more hard to clean out a girl's. And if you're going to say that girls are cleaner than boys, then you're a sexist pig. The HIV thing, you realize that the clitoral hood literally has the same cells that are more sensitive to AIDS transmission as the foreskin. In fact, if you remove the clitoral hood, which removes the protection, the clitoris itself actually becomes, I want to say, more dried out, less sensitive, which actually kills some of those AIDS-sensitive cells. So if you won't accept the fucking AIDS argument for female circumcision, yet you accept it for male circumcision, you're a sexist pig. Unsubscribe to my channel. I don't want to have anything to do with you. Religious practices, right there, that's simple. One, your fairy tale bullshit, God doesn't exist and you're an idiot. But I know that there are people who believe in God who are not idiots. Just the ones that use it to justify genital mutilation. Unsubscribe to me. I don't want to know you. I don't want to have anything to do with you. Religious rights argument, again, that's bullshit. You don't have the right to take a knife to people's flesh. Unsubscribe to me. I don't want to have anything to do with you. I don't want to talk to you. Look at all the data, and we'll talk maybe afterwards. But if your argument is about any of those things, and you accept it from males where you wouldn't accept it from females, you're a sexist pig. And we're done. I'm done with you. Okay, that aside, I'm going to read you the comments, and I consider, see, a lot of times I don't consider one individual to be representative of an entire group. There are some groups that I take excuse. I don't apply that to. The race realist, if you've met one race realist, you've met all of them. Their beliefs are indefensible. They're disgusting. They're vile people. Dominionist, those who not only feel that this is a Christian nation and all other religions should either be illegal or even punished in some cases. Atheism, of course, and that evolution should never be taught, and that creationism should be a required course. You know, all that good stuff. They don't care about the data. They just don't give a fuck. If you met one of them, you've pretty much met all of them. They have the same arguments. And they know the other side, and they don't care. They just don't give a fuck. And the pro-circumcision people, the ones that are informed, not the parents who are circumcising their children like my parents did and didn't know. I'm talking about the ones who look at the data and say, well, the parents should decide anyway. It's like, well, what about baby girls? Well, that's not the same. Well, there is a circumcision that is the same for baby girls, the clitoral hood removal, not excision or infibulation. You know, I'm not advocating for female circumcision. I'm saying they should be both treated the same way. We should feel an equal amount of horror for both of them. Or at least they both should be illegal. But they don't care. They're basing it on emotion other than empathy. They just don't care. So I do consider these two jackasses representative of what you're going to get when you debate with pro-circumcision morons. The video where this comment exchange took place was on James's video for Beach Grove Joe. It's their right to choose when they are 16 and 18, and each response has its own part. Part 2 will be a response to Ufster81.